All right, little buddy. Are we going anywhere this week?
Orange.
We're going to Orange. What's that? Orange County in California. No! We're going to visit a couple Japanese.
I'm turning Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so.
Manufacturers. Can you guess who they are? Do you know who they are? Don't put those in my head. One is Olympus. Have you heard of Olympus? And who's the other one?
Plus ice.
Topcor?
You don't see.
No, you don't see. Topcor and Olympus. Those are the two we're looking at. And what are the lenses? What are the lenses?
Now, why would I know that?
They're 100 millimeters. They're both 100 millimeter, and they're both 2.8. Are they any good? You want to compare them?
I want a picture.
You want a picture of Dylan?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take some pictures of Dylan. All right, so let's find out if they're any good. We'll do a comparison. We'll take pictures of Dylan. And what else should I say? So grab yourself something to eat or drink. Get yourself comfortable.
Action!
And let's get it on.
Here I am, Vietnam.
This is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott and his little co-host Dylan, who's outside right now watching some educational stuff on YouTube. What he's telling me it is. Anyway, kids will be kids. So anyway, what are we looking at this week? Well, just as the intro said, I'm kind of doing a little head-to-head comparison with a couple of my vintage 100 millimeter 2.8 lenses. They're both from Japanese manufacturers.
One ticket to Tokyo, please.
And they are both from roughly around the same kind of time frame. And they're roughly both pretty decent lenses. This one in my hand is from Olympus. And, you know, Olympus has quite a storied history. You know, it's one of the things too. My other one here that I'm going to be comparing against is a Topcor, RE Auto Topcor. Again, they're both 100 millimeter. They're both 2.8s. Both made in Japan. Both come from Tokyo, which is in Japan for those who may be a little geographically challenged.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they both kind of started around the same time. You know, the Olympus had a little bit of a head start. They were producing microscopes way back. And in 1936, which is a little while ago, they got into photography optics. Versus the Topcor, which company's name was Tokyo Kogaku.
Over-the-top rendition of the Japanese accent.
Well, Tokyo Kogaku created its first venture into the optics world in 1932. So it kind of jumped a little ahead in the optics world, but Olympus was ahead in, you know, manufacturing telescopes and things back in the day. So anyway, that's your closest comparison between the two companies. You know, Olympus kind of stayed out of the way for quite a while during Japan's more tumultuous years. Versus Topcor, who jumped right in there on the military end of things and supplied optics to the Imperial Japanese Army. And one of the optics' other historical manufacturers, Nikon, supplied to the Navy, the Imperial Navy. So anyway, we're not talking about them. So anyway, so Topcor or Tokyo Kogaku was doing its thing, and Olympus was doing its thing. Now, again, comparison-wise, the Topcor is a little older lens. It was produced in 1965. Hey, who else was produced in 1965? Yeah. So anyway, it was part of the RE Auto Topcor lineup, which went along with its RE Super SLR camera, which began manufactured in 1963. But it, it had quite a reputation right from the get-go, and it was thought of as some of the best lens lineup at the time. So anyway, those are the two kind of overviews of these little brother from another mother.
His brother from another mother.
Comparisons. Now, as far as things like manufacturing goes, they're very similar in that regard too. The Olympus actually has a little bit more construction to it. It is 5 elements in 5 groups formula. Its close focus is 90 centimeters, which is not exactly close, but hey, it's a 100 millimeter lens, right? So you can't expect something this far away. So 90 millimeters. Its aperture blades, the number of blades is 6, which is very common for Japanese manufacturers in the day. And it's 235 grams is the weight to it. Now on my on my Sony here, on my A7R III, I have the Auto Topcor RE Auto Topcor 100 millimeter 2.8, and it is, again, one, it's missing there's a little focus tab or focus arm, if you want to call it that, that's missing. It fell off. I suppose I could probably find someone somewhere, but I don't actually need to use it anyway because it has quite a big focus ring. It's a rubberized ring, so it works fine like that. So I don't actually need that. But anyway, its construction is similar to the Olympus, but not quite. Same, but different.
Same, but different. But still same.
So it's 5 elements in 3 groups. Its close focus is longer than this one. This one is 1.2 meters.
Holy crap!
So it's got some distance, but again, it's 100 millimeters. So, even from me to the camera away, that's close enough for some good headshots and whatnot for portraiture, which these things are kind of excel at in that regard. So 1.2 meters. It's long, but it's not that bad. It's long, but it's not that long.
It's how you use it.
Same aperture blades, 6. So again, you stop down. You're not quite getting circular bokeh balls. You're getting more hexagon shape. And we like our balls round, right?
Say, everybody haven't seen my balls.
So if that's the case, then just shoot wide open all the time. You don't have to worry about it. But a lot of people don't mind that the hexagon shape. It's no big deal. It's even though it has less glass, it's actually a little heavier. There's more metal in this one, so it's 265 grams versus 235 on the Olympus here. The Build manufacturing is very nice. I mean, smooth again for something that's same age as me.
At least we're not fucking idiots.
It's very smooth. I mean, it's retained its quality from day one quite well, more than I can say for my physical quality.
Oh, everyone likes their own brand, don't they? This is magic.
But anyhow, looking at the at the nameplate on here, so we have RE Auto Topcor, and the RE is was the designator for the exact amount. Now it's not an exact amount; it's actually reversed. But the exact adapter works just fine for these things, and that's kind of where its limitation was too in the RE lineup, was the exact mount. The rear opening was not that big.
That's what she said.
So when it comes to like wide angle lenses, they couldn't produce anything below 20 millimeters. Because the wider you go, the larger your rear element has to be, and so therefore it limited that. But anyway, they went up on the high end. Went 135, 200, 300, millimeter. But it's the claim to fame for the RE lineup was the 35, the 58, the 100, and the 135. That was and the 85. There was only like 1,085s actually produced. So they're a little on the wickedly expensive side. That's why I don't have one of those. But I've got a nice collection of these RE Auto Topcors anyway.
Whoop-de-fucking-do!
Not that I'm bragging much, but hey, for vintage lens collectors, I'm sure there's plenty out there who would like to have one of these. Anyway, that's the RE, is the exact amount. So it's auto as in automatic diaphragm. And this one has the coveted red N at the end of the Topcor N. And N stands for Navy. This was issued to the U.S. Navy, who awarded Topcor the contract over Nikon. Because remember, in the day, Nikon was kind of ruling the roost, and they lost out to the Topcor as far as military contracts went in the U.S. So it's got a red N on there, and again, it's a nice lens. It's single coated, nothing special there. So it does suffer, obviously from lens flare and
Deal with it. Okay, and you're welcome.
backlit situations and whatnot. Using a hood, if you're in bright situations, is probably highly recommended. Probably. Other than that, it's got great sharpness from 2.8 all the way up. I mean, starting at 2.8, that's what again won the contract over others. But it wasn't just the lens either that got that Navy contract, by the way. It was also the camera. The Super, the RE Super and the Super D. They were built like tanks. And the military liked that element. So anyway, but it's got nice bokeh, the 3D pop kind of thing. It's contrasty, great color rendition and whatnot. So it's it's a nice portrait lens, as I'll show you in a second with Dylan. Anyhow, so that's the RE Auto Topcor, and unfortunately, due to as much as they were great engineers and they figured out how to make a really excellent lens, they kind of sucked at marketing.
You suck!
So, as much as we want to get out there and sell,
I want you to get out there and sell!
they just didn't do it. So therefore, the Nikons and the Canons and the Pentaxes and everybody else, and the Leicas, walked all over them. Minolta, Konica, you name it. they all left these guys in the dust. So at the end of the 70s, they said, all right, well, enough of this crap. And they closed the door on the photography market. They're still around even today. Topcon, in medical imaging and whatnot. So it's not like the company shriveled up and died, but its photography division did. So anyway, so that is that. The Olympus. The Olympus, the Zuiko, and to look at the nameplate on this one, it's an E Zuiko, and back in these days, they designated the name with an alpha heading for the number of elements that they had. So, well, hello, Dylan. Are you coming in to say hi to everybody?
Pee.
You have to go pee? All right. So,
Wait for the shake.
you know how to pee. You don't have to come in and tell me. So, but hang on a sec. Got to make it. He needs supervision in this because he tends to miss a little bit. So.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Back in a sec. All right, we're back from the pee. Do you feel better now? You feel better? You had a good pee? No. Well, you should. Everybody always feels better after a good pee.
Yes, yes.
So, what are you going to show everybody? Show them your color.
Tea.
That's yellow. What's that one?
Red.
And what yellow and red makes? What color is that?
Orange.
Orange. Not bad for a 4-year-old, huh? Learning your color wheel. What colors make what?
Whatever.
Primary colors and secondary colors. Okay, well, where were we? We were talking about Olympus and talking about Topcor. Olympus and Topcor. That's right. So the Olympus, well, you slide down constantly. Yeah. All right. Back to before P break. The E's Rico. Again, looking at the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E. So E designated 5 elements. 5 elements. So again, other Zuikos had different letters based upon the number of elements in their lenses. So that was the E of the Zuiko. And Zuiko translated, translated for the marketing people, light of the gods.
Jesus H. Goddamn Christ! I have seen the light!
Light of the gods. Are you leaving? Okay, bye-bye.
Thank God.
Bye-bye. So light of the gods, our Zuiko. Then we had auto, same for the Topcor. Automatic diaphragm. And then the T is for telephoto. So that was the Zuiko Auto T 100 millimeter 2.8. And it was for Olympus's OM system. All right, well that is that.
That's the fact, Jack!
And now it's I already went through the construction. So that was that. Now its characteristics, good sharpness all around, not as famed as the Topcor, but hey, had decent sharpness. It really sharpened up at about 5.6. That's where it went to the level of sharpness that people expect in today's type of lenses anyway. But even at 2.8, a decent contrast, decent resolution. Again, for portraiture especially. Now, where it suffers differently than the Topcor is from the Loca. You know, longitudinal corroboration. Almost. What the hell language am I speaking?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
But the Loca is the magenta and the green, you know, color fringing before and after the focus area. It didn't really clear up until about 5.6 in that regard either. But it had, just like the other ones, got nice bokeh, and you know, again, it looks, for a vintage lens, it looks nice, looks vintagey.
What?
So vintagey. I don't know if is that a good description or what. But anyhow, so let me get my usual focus in on the nameplate, on the end of my, you know, I use a Canon M50 to record these camera talks, and it has a 15 to 45 EFM kit lens, which is what I use for these videos. I don't use it for anything else other than videos, but it does the job for YouTube. But anyway, I try to see how sharp I can get the writing on the end of the nameplate. So this is the Topcor 100mm 2.8 at 2.8. And let's see how well we get it. So 2.8, everything's wide open. Got 200. All right, looking good. So let me see how, of course. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let me get my steady shot on, because I'm only at 60mm. Let's help keep this nice and steady and go to 100. That helps. Much better. All right. So, let's see how sharp and tasty I can get this. All right, right there looks pretty sharp. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And let's try 5.6. Just for shits and giggles. And same thing. Wow, it's pretty sharp right there, so pretty much no focus shift. All right, ready? 1. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that was at 2.8 and 5.6. Now, since I have the Topcor on, here's some shots of Dylan at 2.8. We'll shoot them wide open. Okay, what do you think? Looks all right. So let's skip to the Olympus and mount that on. Now, of course, I've got these on adapters. This is an OM to NEX. That was an Exacta to NEX. So same thing. Let's we got this one at 2.8. Okay. All right, so wide open. Let's see, get this in right about there. All right. Where are we? Here we are. All right, right about there. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And same thing. Go to 5.6. And same thing. Can look good right about there. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Uh-huh. All right. So that was 2.8 and 5.6. And here's Dylan with the Olympus Ease Rico 100 millimeter 2.8 at 2.8. Okay, so again, what do you think? Not bad, huh? I think both of these lenses are pretty nice. I mean, 100 millimeter is a decent focal length for portraiture anyhow. So, well, how about we show you some random stuff, and I'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, just to see what this looks like, what both of these things look like, other than taking photos of Dylan.
What? No.
Don't tell him that we're doing this, but hey, this is the random stuff. And again, whatever. We'll just find photos of these lenses being used mostly outdoors, right? But who knows? So here they are at whatever. So what do you think? Look good? Look good? Should you get yourself one? Either or? I would think so. Now, of course, the more economical one is definitely the Olympus. You could probably get that for, you know, $50 or $100, I guess. I don't know. It's been a while. I bought mine a few years ago, so I don't remember how much I paid for them. I'll put that up here. But anyway, the Topcor is probably going to be a little harder to find, and because it's the Navy designated one, it's even probably a little more pricey. I don't remember how much I paid for that, but I'll put that up here too. Okay, so other than that, can I recommend them? Yes.
Yes!
Should you get yourself a 100 millimeter? Any manufacturer, really, the 100 millimeter is probably going to be pretty decent, but these guys are pretty decent on their own. Now, if I were going to choose which one I would rather have, I think the Topcor kind of edges the Olympus.
Whatever.
Off the table a wee bit. Don't worry, Olympus, I won't let you hit the floor. But anyway, the Topcor I think wins out overall. So anyway, don't cry, Olympus. It's not that bad. So that's my recommendation. What else can we say? How about we do our little plug for the photo editing software that I use. And who do I use? I use Luminar. That's right. I use Luminar Neo. Now they have, and again, portraiture is my thing. They have another version of their software called Aperty. That's not out yet, but I bought at the early bird price, so I got a pretty good, decent discount. It was, you know, produced in collaboration with Julia Trodia. Trodia? Can't remember how you're supposed to say her name, but hey, look her up on YouTube. She's got all kinds of photo videos out there. And anyway, this was made in collaboration with her, so I'm betting it's probably a pretty decent little piece of software. Can't wait to try it out. But anyway, what I use, if you see the slideshow behind me, is Luminar Neo, which is pretty good in itself. And why do I like it?
I don't know.
Well, one, because I own it already, but two is because it makes my workflow pretty quick and it's easy because it's helped along with AI.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
And as everybody knows, AI has, kind of made its mark in the world today, and it seems to be not going away anytime soon.
You talking to me?
But it can be a burden and it can be a boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
And for the software, I think it's a boom because it helps to analyze your photos and make decisions, or not make suggestions. You make the decision.
I don't want to talk about it.
On whether to use it or not. But anyway, let's take an example. We're down at the beach, taking some photos of Dylan playing in the sand. Got mommy sleeping on the blanket, which is not really true. My wife doesn't like to lay out in the sun, so she's usually back somewhere in the shade. What?
Where's my lid?
Where's your lid?
Yes.
Your lid as in your hat?
Yes.
No, that's not your. You got. What is that? Come here. Let me see it. What is that? What the heck is this? It's this green thing with your. That's an old balloon that's destroyed. What's this? Cough medicine.
Cough medicine.
Well, what are you gonna do with this? Where's your lid? What'd you do with your lid? Anyway, well, look for it. You're interrupting my camera talk to talk about your lid.
Fuck off.
Anyway, so we're taking photos, and I see some hot babes over there. And I noticed Dylan's busy playing with sand. The wife's way back on her cell phone as usual, looking at Facebook posts or texting with somebody. And I take advantage of that. So click, 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 take some photos of those hot babes. I get back home, wait till the wife's not around, wait till Dylan's busy watching similar stuff on YouTube. And I pull them up on the monitor. And because of my crappy eyesight, I thought they were hot babes, and it turns out they weren't so hot. Huh?
Where's the got?
Yeah, you put some more stuff in there, I see. Yes, that's very nice. Thanks for sharing. But anyway, so, yeah, they're not quite what hot. But I look up in the sky and I see these birds. It's a flock of seagulls. No, I mean the actual birds. And, I noticed that those birds are got these spots around the birds as well. And I'm wondering what the heck are these? Well, it turns out it's a dirty sensor, right? Taking your lenses on and off down at the beach is probably not the most ideal situation for that. So I got some sea spray or bird poop or who knows what on my lenses, or on my sensor. And so now I got spots. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, Luminar to the rescue, because I can click on erase button and there's a feature in there called spot and dust removal. So I click on that and analyze. Actually, I don't analyze. AI will analyze my photo, recognize the difference between the birds and the spots, and it determines, hey, these spots don't belong, and it'll remove them for you. Yay! Without you having to brush them all out like in the old days. Anyway, so that's pretty cool, right? Sure. Anyway, there's all kinds of other bells and whistles in the program. So, besides also it's economical. I like things that are economical. So,
Cheap bastard.
So you can get it either by subscription and pay for it every month, or just buy it outright, which is what I do because I just like to own my stuff, so it's mine. And it's yours for life. So anyway, that's that. So what else can you do for us besides buying a copy of Luminar? Actually, through our link, there's a link in the description below. If you buy it through the link, you'll get a discount. And what do they do with that money?
Talk it out, man.
Well, besides that, hopefully they share it with me. You know, the discount that they give you, they reward me, or they should reward me. If they don't, damn you.
Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
So other than that, what else can you do for us? Well, you can subscribe. That's right. Subscribe. That's right. Subscribe. Sounds very dramatic, doesn't it?
And the Oscar goes to...
So besides subscribers, what else does YouTube like? Well, for the algorithm, they like the thumbs up, right? So if you give us a thumbs up, we'll give you a little taste of Dylan's girls. Like Dylan has girls. The thumbs up girls are his favorite. And they have a little song. Now, they're not called the Thumbs Up Girls, but I don't know the name of their group. And they have a little song, to which I don't know the name of that either. But it goes something like this. Thumbs up. Do 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 do. Thumbs up. Mm-hmm. So aren't they cute, right? No wonder he likes them. He likes the blonde. He's got a thing for the blonde. Uh-huh. See, he knows I'm talking about her. So, anyway, other than that, who are we? Well, I'm Dr. Scott. Mr. Help Man out there with his driving a little garbage truck asking for help. That's Dylan.
I'm Batman.
I'm Spartacus!
And collectively, we're all Modesty Photography. We're here to talk about tips and tricks about photography, vintage lenses, vintage cameras, camera systems, camera tips and tricks. You name it, we'll talk about it. Especially Dylan, he'll talk about just about anything. Don't crash the car, mister. Nah, don't crash it. So, anyway. So, should you come back next week?
No. No.
I think so. We make one of these every week. We try to, anyway. And where are we? We're in Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Of all places, we're in Vietnam. What are we doing here?
And now for something completely different.
I'm a university teacher. Hey, my university, where are we? 127th around the world. 127th ranked university. Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo!
So anyway, I tell my students, why should you come back? Because you belong here. That's right. You belong here. And where do we belong? What's the name of this show? Well, this was Camera Talk with Dr. Scott. And little whoa boy out there, Dylan. That's right. And Dylan. So, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
Thank you for buying a copy of Luminar
Thank you.
through our link.
Thank you.
Thank you for... What else can we thank you for? Thank you for all the wonderful things you've done for us lately.
Thank you.
Have they done anything with Dylan? Well, thank you for just being you. Yeah. All right. So come on back next week. And remember, it's Vietnam time, so it could be the day before you, the day after you, or the same day as you, depending on your funky time warp. Anyway, so I think that's it, right? All right. So you're free to go. All right. So stay shooting. Photography, that is. And we'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.
Here I am, Vietnam.